So welcome to stage 61 of the Ecto-1. This is the rear left interior panel and speaker. Now when you have magazine instructions printed in black and white or simple color coding system, you can't appreciate the parts until you see them in real life. So all I'm going to say about this issue is wow. Let's see how I got on. So hello, let's start with the parts checklist as we always do, and these are absolutely amazing. So we have 61A, which is the rear left interior panel. Now in the magazine everything's black and white or yellow or black or blue, so you actually cannot appreciate this detail until you actually see the part, and that is beautiful. Really like that. But that's plastic. Piece B, 61B, is the rear left speaker base, and that's a piece of black plastic. There's no detailing on it, suspect there doesn't need to be. And then piece C is the rear left speaker, and that's a bit of a work of art as well, isn't it? That's beautiful, the detailing. Really happy with these parts. And we get 3 DP screws. There's actually 4 in there, but we need 3. These are 2 by 6 millimeters. And lastly, we get the same number of EP screws, 3 plus 1 spare. These are 1.7 by 4 millimeters. So this is a 2-stage build, and the camera's decided to go out of focus. I don't know why. It seems to be on some kind of fixed focus today. Sorry guys. Right, so this is a 2-stage build, and we begin with stage 1. Push the rear left speaker 61C into the rear left speaker base 61B, figure A, fastening from behind with 1 EP screw. Next, place this assembly at the rear of the left interior panel 61A, securing the part together with 2 EP screws. So we know we're going to need 3 EP screws for this stage, although we're only using 1 and then we're using 2. So we'll get the 3 out ready, and let's be a bit prepared this time. And yeah, my screwdriver head is correct. So what we're going to do is, the magazine orientation suggests that this little keyhole fitting there is pointing that way, and you see there this isn't quite a straight edge, it's got a little tab at the top, and that needs to be on the right. And what we need to do there is have a little look. It doesn't look like it goes any particular way because it looks absolutely symmetrical. So I'm going to pop that in there, and we should have got our screw ready on our screwdriver, but it's not a problem. So we're going to hold that base down on the back, giving ourselves access to that middle screw there, and we're just going to screw that in there. And this is the only screw of this particular part, so we can go all the way home on that one, feeling for when the resistance increases, and that's absolutely perfect. So the next thing we want to do is to take our rear left interior panel 61A, and I can now see that it needs to go in the top left. There's no holes there, so we'll just turn that round, and then we've got our correct orientation. So we'll have a look at the way that these screw holes are arranged, and we can see we've got 3 holes, but I think we're dealing with those 2 holes there. So we'll give that a test fit, and that seems to fit rather well. So just for the sake of the video, let's try and fit it the wrong way, and yeah, that's not going to go. So you will know when it fits properly. See, it goes in there like that. So again, getting 1 screw ready, we're going to place our finger on the speaker, turn it over. there's 2 screw holes exposed, so we'll just pop the first one in just enough to bite. That's just to stop that from falling off, but as you can see it's actually not that loose, just with 1 screw partially in, so it's obviously going to be secure once it's fully in. So I'll pop the second one in, and that can go all the way home, so that's absolutely secure. And then we pop this one in, that goes all the way home. And be a bit careful, you are working on a corner, and the screws will need to go in 90 degrees to the speaker, not to the base, so just make sure of that. And that is absolutely rock solid, and that is step 1 complete. Okay, so step 2, installing the panel. Take the rear left interior panel 61A with the speaker fitted and in place in the cargo area floor, so the 3 screw holes match up. Join the parts together with 3 DP screws, figure A. So I have got my 3 DP screws out ready before I actually started filming, and this is our cargo area floor. And you see here's the front, and it's actually going to be going in there. The orientation for the part for this stage is this way round, so it's going to be going in along there, but the finished view will show it the opposite way. But I actually think it's going to be easier to work this way, and I have to be a bit careful. I'm a bit limited on space, and this is obviously going to go this way because we want the speaker on the inside. And just holding this, I can see roughly 1, 2, 3 screw holes, and we're looking for 3 screw holes to match, and it looks like these 3 there, so we'll give that a bit of a test fit, and that actually does not fit in there because of that one, so we'll give it another test fit, and I can see that it is actually this hole there, not that one as I first suspected. That's why we do a test fit. So this looks like it fits into these 2. This is my part, obviously yours might be different. These 2 parts, the 2 holes, locate absolutely fine. This one has a bit of a struggle to find, so what I think I'm going to do is I'll pop these 2 screws in first, just those 2 as a partially screwed in, and then we'll have a little fiddle with this one and we'll just get it lined up. It could be the parts are slightly bent, it could be the cargo area is not sitting properly, you know, there's 101 reasons, and I suspect that by the time I actually screw these in, everything will be fine. So this is quite awkward for me to work with because of the lack of space on my desk. So let me move my camera up, and I'm making sure, if anyone's seen any of my previous videos, I am making sure there's no cups of coffee on the desk. So let's pop that onto there, and I hope you can see this. I am doing my absolute best to give you a good working view. So I'm just going to line my first, and this is the awkward bit. We do need 3 hands here. Once we get this first screw in, things will become a lot easier. So line this screw hole up, line this second one up, and then we'll pop, and my screw's just fallen off my screwdriver. Gravity and screwdrivers and screws don't seem to work too well, so I'm finding this very awkward, but that's the way it is, I'm afraid. So that's in just enough to bite. I'm just going to move this round to a better angle, and you can see that that's in quite precariously, but that's absolutely fine. So we'll pop this end one in like so, and it's actually a very long screw, very long, with lots of turns needed. So I've put my first 2 screws in, so let's now reassess this. You see it's just not quite fitting properly, but I think if we just pull that back, there we go, I think that will pull that into shape. So what I will do is, this is my last screw of the 3. I'll pop that screw in, and I will drive that all the way home, and then I'll just tighten the first 2 up. So in this one goes, and I can't see, I've made a bit of a shadow for myself there. There's a little bit of slipping. I think I have not the best head on there on the screwdriver, but that's actually worked okay. And I can tell that when we do the opposite side, bit of a spoiler, that's going to be the next issue, it's going to be a little bit easier. I'm right-handed. I don't know if right-handedness actually makes a difference, but I'm actually having to work with a little bit of this model hanging off the desk, and the top of my desk is completely clear. But obviously when we come to do this on the other side, that isn't working. I've got a problem with this screwdriver today. I think I've got the wrong head, so I do apologise. I think actually I have a problem with that screw. Yeah, I've actually threaded the screw. Okay guys, so bear with me. I may have just popped that screw in wrong. I may have forced it too much. There's a lot of things I might have done with that screw, but I'm not cutting the screw. I'm just trying to grip it, because I think I've threaded the head. I may not have done actually. I might have got away with that, but I'm going to try and remove it. Yeah, that's burgered. So I'm just trying to grip it and then just remove it with pliers. Do you know what guys, I can't get that screw out, but I think that's not going to be a problem. So I'm actually going to go with it. It's in nice and tight. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. So let's turn this around to the magazine orientation, and then I can say, look at this, it's complete. So that's the side, that's the rear left interior panel and speaker complete. Not a massively long issue, but actually it's quite a nice little piece. So we have achieved quite well on this issue. So bit of a spoiler for you, next week we're going to be doing the right rear interior panel and speaker. So it looks like at this stage we're going to be doing exactly the same, but on the other side. So I hope you join me next week. Take care guys.